Leaked documents claim ministers grappling with rising coronavirus infection rates are weighing up new three-tier restrictions to tackle confusion. Under the proposed traffic light system, all areas in England would be assigned a colour, with toughest restrictions in red areas. Pubs and restaurants in the worst affected places would be forced to close again, and people would be banned from mixing with other households. A draft document seen by The Guardian says the system would simplify the swathes of restrictions currently in place across the country. Each area in England will be assigned a traffic light colour red, amber and green, with rules set accordingly. Even in green areas, where the infection rates are lowest, the rule of 6 and 10 p.m. closing times would remain in place. Earlier today, data showed Manchester has their highest infection rate in England, followed by Liverpool and Knowsley and Merseyside. The government has not revealed which areas it would class as red, amber or green. This is how restrictions would vary. Red: hospitality and leisure businesses close, social contact outside your household banned in any setting, overnight stays away from home restricted, no organised non-professional sports allowed, places of worship would be allowed to remain open, amber: no social contact in homes or gardens outside your bubble, care homes not allowed, visitors only, essential journeys are permitted, green rule of 6 remains in place, pubs and restaurants have to close at 10 p.m, limit of 15 people at weddings and 30 at funerals and all areas. The Guardian reports schools would remain open and are not specifically mentioned among lists of restrictions. The document, named the COVID-19 Proposed Social Distancing Framework, has not been approved by the government, and it is likely that Tory MPs would demand a vote in Parliament before it becomes law. It says, preventing household mixing and closing businesses and venues in which there is close social interaction was recommended as the best way to reduce close quote, and it said that red restrictions would be triggered in geographical areas or nationally when alert level 2 measures have not contained the spread of the virus, or where there has been a significant rise in transmission. Amber level would be triggered in geographical areas or nationally when there has been a rise in transmission, which cannot be contained through local responses. On Friday, the government's SAGE committee said England's R number, which describes how fast the virus is spreading, is between 1.2 and 1.6. This means the number of cases could be doubling every 7 days, with London and the North East showing the fastest rise. Liverpool saw a massive rise in cases in the 7 days to Thursday, with the infection rate increasing to 456. 4 per 100,000, with 2,273 new cases. Knowsley is in third place, up from 300.3 to 452. 1, with 682 new cases. Other areas recording sharp increases include Newcastle upon Tyne, up from 256. 6 to 399.6, with 1,210 new cases. Nottingham, up from 52.0 to 283.9, with 945 new cases. Leeds, up from 138. 8 to 274.5, with 2,177 new cases. Sheffield, up from 91.8 to 233.1, with 1,363 new cases. Public Health England last night admitted 15,841 cases were left out of daily reported figures between September 25 and October 2. Now it has emerged the cases were not only missing from statistics, but also from vital contact tracing efforts led by the outsourced NHS Test and Trace. FE insisted every person who was tested initially received the test result as normal, with all those testing positive told to self-isolate. But Test and Trace and FE Joint Medical Advisor Susan Hopkins admitted all outstanding cases were immediately transferred to the contact tracing system by 1 a.m. on 3 October. And a thorough public health risk assessment was undertaken to ensure outstanding cases were prioritized for contact tracing effectively.